Hello everyone and welcome to another video. A little while ago I bought a camera on Aliexpress that cost me about $5 or less, and I had to give you a spoiler right away. It has been a complete disaster. Well, we talk about that later, so let's not get ahead of ourselves and take it step by step. Here I had the product box in my hands, which is a very simple box that doesn't explain much about the camera or its main features. Instead, it communicates them through drawings, since it claims to have internet connectivity, night vision, and the ability to record in HD. We'll see whether that's true or not. Inside the box there's actually a small manual in Chinese and English that shows how to set up the camera, plus a QR code to download the app we use for the camera. We also had this mount to fit the camera with a magnet, and it comes with an adhesive pad on the back to stick it to any surface. There's a USB cable to charge the device, and finally the camera itself, which I must say is a fairly compact security camera, although it's built entirely in plastic, and honestly doesn't feel like very good quality. On the front we obviously have the lens, and on the sides these are two buttons, one for power and another to change the connection mode either via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. There's also a micro USB port to charge the camera since it has a battery, and of course a micro SD card slot with official support up to 32 gigs. On the back of this little camera we have ventilation grills and the magnet to anchor it to the mount, which I have to say is terrible. A fridge magnet is much stronger than the one integrated into this camera, because with the sliced movement or angle the camera doesn't hold up properly on the magnet and can even fall off. While I let the camera charge, I downloaded the software to my phone, and there are several ways to do it, either by downloading the APK with the QR code they give you to take you to the download page, or by getting it from the Play Store, which is the option I would personally recommend. Once I had the app installed on my phone, I had to turn the camera on by holding the power button for a few seconds, until a blue light started flashing, indicating the camera was on, and it automatically activated Wi-Fi mode. From our phone we must choose the Wi-Fi network, which in this case is the camera network, so we can use the app and add the device. I tried to do it via Bluetooth, but no matter how hard I tried, it won't activate. So I continued with the procedure until the app detected the camera successfully. The first thing I noticed was the camera image, and I realized the quality is awful. I see a very low resolution and very low FPS, and the image is much narrower than normal. And although it claims to be 720p, I have serious doubts as to whether it's actually 720p. The interface is very simple. There are buttons to adjust vertical and horizontal view, a light bulb icon that does nothing because the camera has no flash, a button to activate night vision that honestly just turns the video black and white, and a button to choose video quality. The other buttons allow you, if you have a micro SD card inserted, to take photos or record video with those buttons, enable audio recording, and even listen through your phone to the audio the little security camera is picking up. Through these settings you're supposed to configure the camera to connect to Wi-Fi, so you can access it easily, but the issue is we never be able to connect this camera properly to Wi-Fi. When I selected my network and entered the password, the camera wasn't detected, and I tried every possible way, even turning it off and on several times. When then I couldn't access it, so the only way I could reconnect it to the camera was hold the mode button to reset it to its original state. Despite all these problems, I inserted a micro SD card in this camera to capture video, although I had trouble. I don't know whether the software doesn't work well with this camera, but it doesn't record video when I want it to, so I had to upload whatever I was able to record. And it's terrible, because this camera records at 240 by 320 pixels of resolution, not even reaching VGA resolution, and it suffers from severe FPS drops. Even with smooth movements the image degrades, and it has a very noticeable zoom that I cannot adjust to my liking. And that's not all, because the battery of this camera is quite poor. To be honest, no matter how much I investigated, I couldn't find an approximate battery capacity, but it's so weak that it barely lasted 40 minutes on. After about half an hour of being on, the app alerted me that it needed charging, so to test it I had to keep it plugged in for almost the entire time I was making this video. And that's everything I wanted to tell you about this camera, and I must say it's a total disaster. The price might be very cheap, but in the end it's better to invest more and buy a dashcam on Aliexpress. Those are car cameras that, although they cost about 3 times more than this camera I show up, they are much better in terms of image quality and interface handling, and many of them have better battery life if they include one, and they can also function as security cameras if configured correctly. Therefore, I absolutely do not recommend this type of camera to anyone, because cheap always end up being expensive. So my friends, I'm saying goodbye. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and that helps me stay inspired to keep uploading more quality tech videos for you. Also tap the bell so you don't miss any new videos or posts I upload. That's it everyone, goodbye and see you in the next video.